stunning. I could spend all morning down here, basking in the sun, in the cold. The sun is making it rather very, very, very pleasant indeed.
Which politician has inspired you?
It depends on whether we're talking historically or today. I think historically, the big ones, Churchill, Thatcher. Thatcher's particularly inspiring to me as a young girl. Today, I think, whoever has the guts to deliver some honesty. And in the world today, I see very few politicians doing that, and one of them is Donald Trump. Now, I know he's not a saint, and there's a lot to criticise about him, but this is a man who has had the gumption to stand up and say what he really thinks in a world swimming in lies and political correctness and sound bites, and he's very inspirational to me.
What is your biggest regret?
Oh God, that's a big question. I think regret is not something I entertain generally. I think mistakes are something to learn from and move on. I mean, everyone has small regrets, but I've stood my ground, and when I came into politics, that was the main thing that I said I would do. I need to look at myself in the mirror every morning, and no matter what, it has cost me, and it has cost me a great deal. It's cost me a legal career, it's cost me friendships, relationships. I have continued to stand my ground, and that's what I'm proud of. So regrets come and go. Pride is more important, and I'm more proud of what I've done than I am regretful of anything. I make very sure to take a lot of time away from politics and away from social media. I think it's really important and really healthy. I'm a big reader. I like to read. I like to watch movies. Not that there are many decent ones made these days. A bit of gripe of mine. But animals are a big part of my life. I've got 2 dogs who I adore and spend many hours with them every day. I walk them 3 times a day. It's my peace. It's my tranquil. I collect horror movies. I've collected horror movies for years. I've got all the old 80s, 70s and 80s classics. So it would probably be a horror film that would be my favourite film. I guess, and it probably won't have been heard of by many people, I think my favourite horror film is Salem's Lot, which was in the late 70s, I think, a vampire movie by Stephen King. Set in New England. It's one of my all-time favourite movies. I recommend it. I knew you wouldn't have heard of it. I can see the face. Yeah. Jay, have you heard of it? But yeah, that's probably my favourite film.
What about your favourite book?
In 1984. Without doubt. I don't even have to think about it. I've read it countless times. Every time I read it, I see something new in it. And it's disturbing. It takes you... I think we're living in a 1984 type scenario now. And in my own book, which is coming out in March, I have a chapter called 1984 in which I describe how we are living in the dystopian nightmare that Orwell described. I love this, the flag here, and then a welcome to Plymouth, and that sort of, there's some beautiful, beautiful scenery here. Really lovely.
We will make America great again.